Hi, I'm Gillian St Kevern. I'm one of the authors participating in Iqarus Con later this year. I write everything from paranormal romance to contemporary comedy and mythological fantasy. Currently, I'm working on a series of gothic romance novellas, and I'm going to read you an excerpt from the first in my Read by Candlelight series of standalone gothic novellas featuring a ever-expanding LGBTQ cast. So this is from The Secretary and the Ghost, and this is the moment where Pip, my main character, has his first ghostly encounter. Something moved in the shadow before him. He had company. Who's there? No reply. The servants would have answered immediately. Cross and Andrew occupied the library. The would-be thief had returned. Pip lunged, his hand closed on something solid. Got you! But as he stepped forward, intending to identify his captive, his fingers tingled as if plunged into snow. A numbing effect spread over him. He could not demand an explanation. He could not even snatch away his hand. He remained frozen, unable to take his hand off the arm of the figure now turning to face him. Joseph Layton stood before Pip in the hall. He held a dead man. Like death, the moment stretched out for eternity. Pip's breath hitched, ice catching in his throat. His blood throbbed, his fingers ached, but still he couldn't move, held fast by Joseph's dreadful, beautiful, terrifying smile. It wasn't right for a thing to be dead and yet still live. Pip couldn't take his eyes away from the ghost. He must know it wasn't right. Why did he stare at him? Why did Pip see knowledge in those eyes that, though dead, appeared as though they might weep or flash or laugh? Why did he smile? Did he imagine that second awful smile, the red line in his throat, was not plainly visible, that he wasn't... Light, blindingly bright, spilled into the hall. Who spoke? Cross demanded. Joseph melted like fog, disappearing with the appearance of the sun. Layton, what on earth are you doing? His fingers throbbed. The hand he'd laid on the ghost was white, fingertips stung red as if by frost. Strong hands planted themselves on his shoulder, and Cross peered at him. Are you ill? Speak! What is the matter? Pip gaped at him. How to explain what had happened? Andrew's sardonic chuckle grated on Pip's preternaturally aware senses. Yes, Pip, do enlighten us. You look like you've seen a ghost. He smirked, taking another sip of the tumbler he carried. No amount of brandy would have been a more powerful restorative than the sight of Andrew's loathsome face. Pip shook off his shock. Did I disturb you? My apologies. I caught my arm on the banister. It hurt a surprising amount. The calmness of his own voice surprised him, as did the stillness of his breathing. Are you injured? Pip grimaced. No harm done. You've got your bag with you, Andrew observed. Not leaving us, I hope? Dear me, and I so looked forward to spending some time with my nephew. Pip stood still. Cross's earlier words sounded in his head. I fancy he is more of a warning. Joseph appeared just when Pip was on the brink of quitting Foxwood Court. Coincidence? Or a sign? Andrew sneered. Well? Pip raised his chin. Actually, I came downstairs to give Lord Cross a message. He turned toward Cross. I thought over our earlier discussion and concluded I was somewhat hasty in my judgment. Cross tensed. Have you changed your mind? Yes. Is that a problem? Cross's face relaxed into a smile. Pip felt himself completely restored. No. In fact, I am glad to hear it.